In my previous class, I have completed the reign of terror, the reign of terror, and about directory. About directly. In Reign of Terror, I have already completed about Maximilian Robespierre, that how he guillotined his enemies or the persons who opposed him. But several steps were also taken by him in favor of the French common people. After that, in 1794, Maximilian Robespierre was also guillotined. After that, the rule of directory came. It was the rule of 5 directors who were nominated by or selected by the legislative councils. These 5 directors always clashed with legislative council, and there was instability or instability in France. That means instability prevailed in France. So finally, the rule came into the hands of Napoleon Bonaparte, who was a military dictator. That means after fall of directory, rule came into the hands of Napoleon. Napoleon, who was a military dictator. With that, your 3 topics are completed. Now your topic 4, 5 and 6. It is very small topics. So today I will try to complete this 4, 5 and 6 topics. Your topic 4 is did women have a revolution? Did women have a revolution? It is your topic 4. It was already discussed that after French Revolution in 1789, women were reduced to passive citizens. That means they were denied any type of rights. They became passive citizens. Passive citizens after 1789 revolution, and they were not happy with that. Mainly, most women of the third estate had to work for a living. They worked as seamstresses, they sold flowers, fruits, vegetables at the market, or were employed as domestic servants in the houses of prosperous people. Most women did not have access to education or job training. Only daughters of nobles or wealthier members of the third estate could study at a convent, after which their families arranged a marriage for them. Working women had also a care for their families, that is, cook, to fetch water, queue up for bread, and look after the children. Their wages were lower than those of men. That means they were responsible for all household works. That means they were doing all or household or domestic activities. They were responsible for that. They were reduced to passive citizens. They do all type of works. In spite of that, they were denied voting rights after French Revolution. But they united themselves under several associations. They formed different associations. Or clubs. They also started their newspapers. Around 60 women clubs, 60 women clubs came 60 women clubs came up in different different French cities, and the most important women club was the Society of Revolutionary the Society of Revolutionary and Republican Women. It was the most famous or popular women club. It was the most famous or popular women club. Society of Revolutionary and Republican Women. And they also started started editing different newspapers to voice their interest. That several steps were taken by from French women in to fulfill their demands. They started demanding their rights through newspapers and through different clubs which were formed by them. In spite of that, they failed to gain freedom. That means political freedom or voting rights. They remained as passive citizens. It was the revolutionary government. It was the revolutionary government. It was the revolutionary government, that means the government of Jacobins or the government of Maximilian Robespierre, which guaranteed some rights to the women. For the first time, laws were introduced. Laws were introduced to improve the lives of women. During revolutionary government, several state schools were created and schooling was made compulsory for girls. Schooling was made compulsory for girls during revolutionary government, and their fathers now cannot force them to marry against their will, and divorce became legal. That means now women can give divorce according to their will. These were some laws which were introduced during revolutionary government or during the rule of Jacobins, or you can tell during the rule of Maximilian Robespierre. Your next topic is the abolition of slavery. It was your topic 4. Your topic 5 is the abolition of slavery. It was also a small topic. Throughout the 18th century, there was a little criticism for slavery after French Revolution. That means during National Assembly. The National Assembly held long debates about whether rights of man should be extended to all French subjects, including those in the colonies. But it did not pass any laws, fearing opposition of businessmen whose incomes depended on the slave trade. It was finally during the convention in 1794 which made all the slaves free. That means during the convention or during the rule of Jacobins or during the rule of Robespierre, which legislated law in 1794 to free all slaves in French colonies. This, however, turned out to be short-term measure because during Napoleon, slavery system was again reintroduced. Finally, in 1848, slavery system was abolished. That means for the first time National Assembly, during National Assembly, the the slavery system was not abolished. Long discussions or debates were made against slavery system, but it was not abolished. It was during National Convention. It was during National Convention, National Convention, or the rule of Jacobins, or you can tell Maximilian Robespierre, that slavery system was abolished during National Convention. But Napoleon reintroduced slavery system. But finally in 1848, slavery system was abolished from French colonies. That means during National Assembly, long debates were made, but National Assembly failed to abolish slavery system because it was the rule of middle class, that means businessman, and the rule of National Assembly was generally the rule of middle class or the businessman. But during National Convention, or during the rule of Robespierre, or during the rule of Jacobin, slavery system was abolished. But again Napoleon reintroduced slavery system. Finally in 1848, slavery system was abolished from French colonies. Next is your topic 6. Your topic 6 is the revolution, and everyday life. The revolution and the everyday life. One important law that came into effect soon after the storming of Bastille was the abolition of censorship. Abolition of censorship. In the old regime, or during the monarchy, all written materials and cultural activities like books, newspaper, plays could be published or performed only after they had been approved by censors of the king. But now the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen proclaimed freedom of speech and expression to be a natural right. After that, newspapers, pamphlets, books, printed pictures flooded the towns of France, from where they traveled rapidly into the countryside. They all described and discussed the events and changes taking place in France. Freedom of press also meant that opposing views of events could be expressed now. That means in revolution and everyday life, abolition of censorship. Censorship was abolished during the rule of king, during monarchy. Censorship applied on all written materials, plays, dramas, etc. But after French Revolution of 1789, the declaration of rights of man and citizen. The Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen, it gave the right of freedom of speech and expression. That it was declared as a this right was declared as a natural right. This was declared as natural right of French people. And according to this right, that means according to the freedom of speech and expression, censorship was abolished. According to this right, censorship was abolished. Censorship was abolished, and with that, now different newspapers, pamphlets, books, printed pictures, plays, dramas, they all started discussing about French Revolution and its result. That means the events related to French Revolution traveled to different parts of not only France but different parts of Europe. That means the events related to French Revolution reached to different parts of France and Europe. Now the king cannot censor the printed materials or the plays or the dramas. It was not possible for the king to censor these all things because the French people have the right to freedom of speech and express. It was given under the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen, and it was declared as a natural right. It was your sixth topic. Then next is conclusion. In the conclusion, the discussion is made about Napoleon Bonaparte. After the fall of directly, power was captured by Napoleon Bonaparte, who was not related to the Bourbon dynasty or the dynasty of Louis XVI. He was not related with any dynasty. He was a military dictator and he captured power from directly. And in 1804, he declared himself as Emperor of France. In 1804, Napoleon Bonaparte declared himself as Emperor of France. That means again monarchy prevailed in France. Again monarchy was established in France under Napoleon. That means again monarchy was established in France under Napoleon. In France, previously during Louis XVI, it was monarchy. Then come constitutional monarchy under National Assembly. Then France was declared as republic under Robespierre. It remained republic under Directory, and again in 1804 Napoleon Bonaparte became the king of France, and with that monarchy was again established in France. That now with that this chapter is completed. I have completed your topic 1, 2, 3. These are big topics. Then topic 4, 5, 6, these are very small topics. In my next class I will give you question answers related to different topics. Thank you.